So Numa Reborn in Call of Duty Vanguard has just released today, and I have a lot of thoughts to talk about in regards to this map. So let me just start off by saying I have not done everything there is to do on this map yet. I haven't completed the Easter egg yet. I haven't done really any side quests. I've just kind of played the map casually, went to like round 30 and did that twice. And that's what I'm talking about today. These are my first impressions. This is not a full review. As always, we will try to do a full review later on. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to get that done, but after I do the Easter egg and all that, I will eventually do a full map review where we break the whole map down and give it a rating out of 10. I didn't really do that in the same way for Maledicta or Warzone because A, those really weren't like real zombie maps, and B, they weren't very fun, so I didn't really have a motivation to even want to do many videos on it. But so far, let me just say that Numa in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies is actually not that bad. I think a lot of the hate surrounding this map is solely because it exists in Vanguard, therefore people automatically feel the need to hate on it because it's funny and kind of a meme of what Vanguard Zombies is. I mean, it was a meme for a long time how bad Vanguard Zombies was to pretty much, I would say, 95% of the zombies community. But Numa kind of changes things a little bit. This does feel like a solid experience for zombies in a lot of ways. So first of all, if you haven't played the map, if you're wondering like how similar is it to the original Numa, it's nothing like the original Numa in terms of what it has to offer. So of course the layout is Numa. It's got the returning wonder weapon from Numa of the Wonderwaff, but that's about the only similarities. There aren't many other similarities on this map beyond that. It's kind of like a Black Ops 4 reimagining, like Classified, Blood of the Dead, Tiger Toten, and Alpha Omega, where those maps are very different than their original counterparts. So those don't really feel like remakes. They feel like completely new maps just based on the original location that another map had before. Whereas like if you go to Zombies Chronicles, those are just straight up like remakes of the original versions. They have the same purpose, just different guns and stuff like that, but it's still the same map. This does not feel like Numa, nor is it Numa really at all in terms of how it plays. Obviously, it has a lot of the Vanguard Zombies attributes, which honestly, a lot of the mechanics in Vanguard Zombies I never thought were that bad, which is why I was always excited to see this, because my main issue with Vanguard was always the maps, what they had to offer, and I guess the mode as well, the way you can play within these maps, because there was no standard round-based experience, so I really was not a fan of it. And they tried to shoehorn in this like void objective, which is like kind of like round based, but not in a very fun way, on just a little portion of Numa. And I guess that was like the little, teaser of what was to come for the actual Numa map that we got now. But is it too little too late? Honestly, I don't really agree with that quote. I think it's always good to get something, even if it's just a little bit. I don't really care how long it takes for us to get it. It's better than nothing. Right, I do think this is better than nothing. I think this is better than them just dropping zombies in this game and just forgetting about its existence. I think this at least gives Vanguard Zombies some life and some purpose, whereas before I did not have any purpose. I had no point to ever touch Vanguard Zombies, essentially, because the maps that they had on the game were just not very fun, and they had no replay value. They didn't really, I mean, Warzone doesn't even have an Easter egg. I mean, come on now. Maledicta's Easter egg is terrible. From what I've seen so far in this Easter egg, it's at least a step up. I don't think it's like a great Easter egg or anything based on what I've heard. I'm going to make that decision on my own when I play it on my own, but it seems like it is at least a step up from Maledicta's Easter egg, which is obviously a good thing. I've done the first couple steps, and let me say, I actually do enjoy the first couple steps. They were actually fun to hunt for. I actually had a really good time hunting for this Easter egg on my live stream today, which I can't really say I had for Maledicta, and honestly a lot of Cold War's Easter eggs I didn't have that much fun hunting because the maps were very simplistic in terms of how to solve the Easter egg, whereas this was a little bit trickier, and I actually really like that so far. And the map itself has, again, a really solid layout because it is Numa, and I do like Numa's layout. I think it's a very original, unique layout. But they expanded upon it a little bit and actually made it way better just by adding the dig site, because it attaches two different areas. So now there's a more connected feel to a large portion of Numa. And then the other side of the map is connected with zip lines, and there's just a lot of stuff on those areas of the map, so they have importance to them. Because like the original Numa, a lot of areas just didn't have any importance to it. Like you would never go to certain areas on the map. This map kind of fixes that because of the different things that you can do on the map, the different pieces to build the Wunderwaffe. So the map has more purpose to it, like all around it. There's always something to do. I really do like how it looks. I will say I don't love the colors, but in terms of just the graphics and the textures, that all looks incredible. I just wish it was a little more colorful, a little bit more green, a little bit more vibrant, a little more contrast. That would make it just way, way better. But I still enjoy the fact that we at least have a map that looks visually stunning in terms of the graphics department, because Vanguard is a pretty good looking game, again, in terms of the graphics, so that is a good thing. The Wunderwaffe on the map is really damn good. It is incredibly powerful and destroys hordes of zombies at a time. I could even possibly say it might be better than the original Wunderwaffe. I mean, you could triple pack a punch this one and you couldn't do that for the original, so I guess that could be the reason why, but oh my god, is it a blast to use the Wunderwaffe on this map thus far. So there's a lot of good things to talk about with this map, and I'm just having fun with it. I think that's the best thing that I can say about it, is that I'm having a good time. But there are, of course, things that aren't very good about this map. Again, this is just based off of first impressions, not based off of the Easter egg or any things that would last for a while. And I guess that'll be one of my first negatives, is that I don't think this is going to last that long, right? I'm having fun with it today, but am I going to have fun with it 2 weeks from now? I just don't really think that'll be the case. I've been seeing some people asking me, is it worth buying Vanguard now because of this new map? Because I did say I like the map so far. But I don't know, because I don't know how the map's going to play in a few weeks. I don't know if it's going to still be enjoyable. I don't know if there's going to be replay value here. I don't feel like there will be. But again, like I said, it's better than nothing. It's better than having nothing in the game. It's better than Terrible Dicta and Fong by a country mile. So that's huge. Other negatives, I would say this map definitely has... Not a fan of the boss zombies. They're on the other maps, of course, and they just kind of come back into this one. But I really, really don't like the boss from Terrible Dicta that returned in this one. I forget her name, but you'll know who I'm talking about. I think she's one of the worst boss zombies in COD history. Not glad she's back on this map. The guys with the machine guns, I don't hate that much. They're just kind of annoying sometimes, but they're not terrible. I can deal with them. And then the exploding zombies, they're fine. I don't really mind those guys, but I just despise the girl that can like do all those teleporting things, and she goes like immune for some portion of time. If she didn't have the immunity thing and she had a little bit less health, then I don't think I'd have a problem with that boss. But the way she is now, it's just frustrating beyond your imagination. I'm just not a fan of that inclusion. And although, like I said, I haven't done the Easter egg, I do know that it's not a very long Easter egg, which I do prefer Easter eggs to be much longer. It seems like the first time you do it, it might take you a while because it's hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, it does seem like it's going to be one of those Easter eggs that you can complete rather quickly. So I do think they should make Easter eggs more like they were back in Black Ops 3 and 4, where they took like 40 minutes to like an hour, rather than taking like maybe 30 minutes or something to complete. You know, I kind of want something that's a little more in depth, you know what I mean? But again, I can't judge that fully until I do it myself, so just gonna save that for a future video. And I guess the last thing I want to say is, yeah, at the end of the day, it is reusing a lot of assets, not only from Vanguard Zombies itself, but also from other Zombies games. There isn't a lot on this map that is purely original. Even the music, some of it was just reused. I agree. I would like something completely new, completely different, but I think that's just not realistic for where Treyarch is at right now. I do think they're going to be working on things in the future that are going to be completely new and original, but for now, if this is the best we can get, then this is the best we can get. And I'm not going to say it's shit just because it's reusing assets. I don't really usually talk like that. I don't think something's automatically bad because of that. But I would like maps that have a lot more original things that we've never seen before, just because it's more interesting. You know, when you see something completely new, right? When you see something before, you don't get as excited because you've already kind of seen it a bunch of times, you know? I think it's cool when you see like something return after a long time. Like, I think the Wunderwaffe returning is kind of cool. We haven't seen that in quite some time. But like a lot of the boss zombies that we already saw in Terrible Dicta and Fong, I would have liked to see other boss zombies on this map. I think like dogs would have been nice to see. That would definitely feel like more that it would feel more like Numa than how this map feels because it doesn't have dogs. And Maybe like even you can, I don't know how they would make these guys work in the story, but the Thrashers from Zetsubo, I think that would fit very well. So if you wanted to bring back some old bosses, you can do stuff like that. But I'm not sure if I like the Vanguard bosses that they included. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you all in my next one. Peace out.